The latest on the race for a vaccine and how efforts here in the U.S. are starkly different than what's happening in countries like Russia and China, with some citizens there already getting injections, even though critics say not enough is known about their safety and effectiveness. So how will the international competition for a vaccine impact just what happens here in the U.S.? Our Bob Woodruff has this week's Vaccine Watch.
The search for vaccines is accelerating in three powerful countries, Russia, China, and the U.S., where this scientific race has become buried in politics, including last night's explosive debate.
Dr. Redfield said it would be summer before the vaccine would become generally available to the public. You said that he was confused and mistaken.
Well, I've spoken to the companies, and we can have it a lot sooner.
He talked about the summer, sir, before it's generally available. Just like
he said, it's a possibility that we'll have the answer before November 1st. It could also be after that.
In Russia, under the rule of Vladimir Putin, the vaccinations have already begun. By early September, over 400 Russians were voluntarily vaccinated, at least one member of the president's family. My daughter got the shot, he said.
После второго укола, второй прививки, тоже температура немного поднялась, ну и все сошло потом на нет. Чувствует себя хорошо и титры высокие.
We expect, tens of thousands of volunteers to be vaccinated within the next months. And then starting from October, it will be used for mass vaccination in Russia, again, on a voluntarily basis.
Russia has moved so quickly because it skipped crucial steps needed to prove the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine. Russia has even struck a preliminary deal to sell its untested vaccine to several developing countries, causing concern in the scientific community.
Were I in Russia right now, I would not roll up my sleeves and get this vaccine for the simple reason that it hasn't been adequately tested.
In China, where COVID-19 originated, some companies are following suit, vaccinating citizens well before reaching a level of safety tests required in the U.S. and other countries. In fact, 3 months ago, the government authorized a COVID vaccine made by the company CanSino for the Chinese military. One of China's largest pharmaceutical companies, Sinopharm, claims most of its executives have already been vaccinated. But other Chinese companies, like Sinovac, say they're following stricter protocols.
The biggest question here in the U.S. is, and also in the world, is when will you finalize your trial results and begin your vaccine production and your distribution in China and around the world?
We would expect that if everything goes well, we may be expecting some results around the year end of 2020.
As of now, there are 10 vaccine candidates around the world in phase 3 of clinical human trials. One big question, would U.S. officials allow any vaccines tested overseas to be used in the United States?
I think they would if we were interested and we were convinced that they were safe and effective. Obviously, we kind of believe that our system in the U.S. is more rigorous, and we would have to be really convinced that a vaccine coming from Russia or China was the right thing for our people.
In this international race between powerful companies and countries, almost all agree it is still unclear exactly when COVID-19 can be stopped. Hopefully, in the U.S., vaccine approval could come this year. Widespread distribution in the spring.
No guarantee, but I believe we can be cautiously optimistic that it will be available by November, December. It's not going to have all 700 million doses available at that time. That will take until about April.
This is Bob Woodruff, tracking the race for a vaccine.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.